We are almost at the end of the first week with the yoga teacher training with the Kula collective here in Guatemala, and I want to share some of the takeaways. So we've learned different breathing techniques, breathing more fully to calm down, which is really what I need. Also, we learned about the different chakras, and we have been diving deep into the lower chakra this week, and that's about how our subconscious mind and our body and our needs are driving our behaviors, so that we can kind of acknowledge them and be there with them. For example, now that I'm at the teacher training, I realize that my hips aren't as flexible as the other participants, for example. So instead of hating on the other participants for being more flexible than me, I should just acknowledge that my hips aren't that flexible at this moment, and that's the way it is. And we've been also exploring our lives outside of the training, and looked at what is frustrating for us. For example, if we're not happy in our jobs, or if we're not dealing very well with aging, or in our relationships. And so we have had this creative process to have these challenges surface and sort of written them down to try to process them. And of course the food here is amazing. It's vegetarian food and fresh food, and it's not difficult for me to have this sort of to eat. I normally eat this sort of food, so it's what I love, and I really love the food here. What's been really interesting also is that they integrate shaman elements from shamanism into the yoga training, and that's a lot about ceremony, about opening and closing the space, and being with spirits and calling on the spirits to help you be in your higher self, to deal with the difficulties in your life. And we have also, it's about living in your higher self as much as you can. So it's about having a practice that will remind you of that. So we've been singing devotional songs to Brahman, Vishnu, and what was the third deity again? Shiva, the gods of creation, preservation, and destruction, because everything is going in an everlasting circle, creating, preserving and destroying and creating again. So today we looked at the sutras and the fundamental truths that everything is ever changing, so we cannot hold on to things, and we have to let them go, even though they are good experiences. And we also have this creative process to understand that we should not fear, that we should actually go do the things that we cannot do at the moment, because that's all about learning, so that we can evolve in our lives and not stay in the comfort zone. So I think that's the basic takeaways from the first week, even though there's one day left in the lower world, as they call it. So thank you, and namaste for today.